37 years.
Since 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been my boss since 19.
Coming up on 30 years.
Well, I mean, he's my uncle, so I've known him my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
But actually worked with him past year.
Jeez. I guess probably goes back to softball days. So I was 19, so 20 years now.
So what, we'd be on past our first year, so probably a year and a half I've worked here.
Worked with Dave for a while. I've known Dave my entire life, obviously. Him and my dad have worked together since I was a baby, basically.
7 years. 7 years in November.
So I've worked with Dave for almost 2 years now.
Well, I started working for Quantum in 2006. 17, almost 18 years.
37, right? We started in 86. He came on board 3 months later.
So I started in 2008, so about 15, 16 years I've been here working with Dave.
Yeah, I even went to high school with him, but I didn't know him in high school.
We went to the same high school, but when we were in high school, we didn't know each other that well. I mean, we were not like close friends or anything like that. I mean, I knew who Dave was. He knew who I was. So, but when I found out that he was doing the type of work I was doing, it just ended up being a perfect match.
So I've worked with Dave at Quantum 17 years.
Wow.
I will miss seeing him every day. Looking for him. Where's he at? Where's Dave at? His Halloween costumes, always original, always made me laugh. His unicorn one, I think, was the best.
Yeah.
And his dinosaur. Just being able to talk to him and go to him anytime that there's issues or knowing you can get a straight answer, and his door is always open. No hesitation, and you can go to him and he's going to be open to it. No, he'll be missed. Yep.
Well, he's not dead yet, but
No. He's been a great boss. Yep, definitely.
Honestly, just the stupid crap that's happened to us being here. You had the barber incident with the forklift that Dave was here for. Did a good job taking care of the situation. And then honestly, just the meetings every day. We got those meetings every day, or every 2 days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And from what I understand, he's been a really good boss from what I have seen just going around the company. I've worked for a couple of different places, and he's one of the better ones that I've had. Just the stupid jokes that he would do. I mean, it. Good or bad mood, he'll make a stupid joke and people will start laughing, and that's probably about the only highlight to those morning meetings. Is some days there's nothing that's happening and no one has anything for the meeting, and he'll just say some smart mouth thing. Unlike you suckers, I still get to see him for holidays. Honestly, I wish Dave the best. I hope he very much enjoys Nevada when he's going there for the winter. But because he has grandkids and everything here, he'll still be around. Mm-hmm. So it'll be a pleasure seeing him in the future for holidays and everything.
Well, there's so many good memories with Dave. I can't list them all in a short period of time, but it's been such a great pleasure working with him. I mean, he came on board 3 months after I started this company, and it was the smartest thing that I did in this whole time with this company and having Dave on board. He's been my right-hand man all this time, and I couldn't have done this without him. I've had some really good times over the years. There's always a story that goes around about H.A. Slaughter. I always have to bring it up, and Bob Hart. If you want to have a fun talk, that would be one to discuss about Bob Hart and the day that he burned his customers' bushes down. We were all out running this. It's a rail welding machine, and when he was running the machine, it was creating a ton of sparks, and it was outside on the customer's patio, out back in there, and it sparked and got into the customer's bushes, and it burned a whole row of bushes down.
Oh, no.
So what Bob Hart did was he went and cut them down, and he put them in the trunk of his car. And later that day, the customer came out, and the customer was looking all over trying to figure out something didn't look right.
yeah.
And to this day, he never said nothing, but you could tell he was wondering what happened to his bushes. Our kids all grew up together. We all did sports together. We coached with each other. So those were always good times with our kids growing up, and even today our kids are all friends, and we're friends with them and so forth. So that's always been very good memories for us, for both of us. I feel moving into different buildings over the years. We started out in a little bitty office with just me and him, and back in the West Wind, and then we moved into a place on State Street, and then we ended up out by Zenith, on Zenith Parkway, by Zenith Cutter.
Oh, okay.
Moved into a building out there. And then we built our building on Riverside. And then we were there for a long time. And then, of course, during those period of time, we purchased the Central Metal Cut Company, and then we purchased KTI. So there were some, really slow periods of time in there where, things were slow, and but we made it through them, and here we are today. So,
Yeah.
we've had a lot of parties. I do remember one time when, this goes long ways back, when we went out to eat to a restaurant, and back then Pete Geiser, who was our other partner, who has retired since then, but we went there and they told us to order the Caesar salad, and I still remember ordering a Caesar salad. And, most of the time you come with Caesar salad and it's got your dressing. This was it looked like it's just like a tall piece of lettuce that was standing up like this, and we were just all laughing. And the guy the waiter, you knew that he was he knew we were all going to laugh about this thing. And then at that same meal, I went to pay for the meal, and they had to come get me, and I had to go in there. They asked me, hey, I got a phone call at a restaurant. So I thought something was going on with the kids. So I went back in there and they told me my credit card got rejected.
Oh, no way.
So they didn't want to embarrass me.
Yeah.
But it was a company credit card, so I had to use a personal credit card.
That's funny.
So, yeah. I would say the biggest thing is, his wealth of knowledge. For all the years he's been here, he can remember so many things, and I struggle with that, but he can remember things. He can remember projects. He can remember customers. He can remember vendors. That's going to be the hardest thing for us to get over. I mean, we will go back and we'll look at some new project, and he'll say, oh, that's like this project, or I remember doing this before, or we did this, and that's going to be the hardest thing for all of us that we're going to lose with Dave not being here anymore, is his wealth of knowledge, how long he's been with us, and he remembers so many details. That's going to be hard to replace. Other than Dave, have a great retirement. I'm going to see you. We're going to be four-wheeling together out in Arizona, Nevada, and here also in Illinois and Wisconsin and Iowa. So, it's not totally goodbye for me. I mean, we're going to, and he's going to be coming in occasionally and seeing all of us. But I just wish him well in retirement, and I hope everything's great with him and his family.
When you hear about like executives at companies, especially in retail, and you're working in the actual store and not like at the headquarters, you hear about an executive and you think, oh my gosh, usually you don't see him unless you're in big trouble. But when I first met Dave, I didn't realize he was the VP, but it was actually I actually had a rather good conversation. It's really nice to kind of see like people who really care about everything. He's very invested in what we do. But I know he has a very good sense of humor. Really enjoyed working here.
I guess I can go back to softball maybe, because that was kind of my first impression of Dave. Kind of remember being the young kid, and then he's kind of the old guy, but he held his own really well. I remember seeing him like diving across the field for a ground ball and got it, and made a heck of a play. So I was like, wow, he still got it for an old guy. So that kind of jumps out to me. He's very competitive, so when things weren't always going well, he was a little frustrated. So you always try to make sure you played well and did your best. Which I think kind of goes even with being here too. I mean, the expectation is high, which was embedded early on when I first started, and kind of the expectation of just doing things right the first time and doing what's the best for our customer. A lot of time it may not be always what might be best for us as a company financially, but we know it's the best thing for our customers. Having that kind of mentality is kind of similar to how I was raised. So for me, it was a good fit to kind of jump into here and have that same mentality as a company, that this is how we do business to make sure we're taking care of people properly. spent a lot of time together, back and forth between when we were at South, when I was at North, starting off in shipping and receiving. I can't think of one specific thing that jumps out really. I mean, it's kind of been the staple of the company. I mean, he's always been here, always been very consistent. So it was just kind of, you expect to see Dave every day. So it's going to be a little different not seeing Dave. It's been a good help for me, gave me a lot of direction. Yeah, hopefully I've retained some of that knowledge that he's passed on.
Yeah.
Did that for about a year. And then at that time, we had a big project at our South location. So that's when they decided to have me go down there for project management, which kind of turned into account management. So we did spare parts, sales, and then managed a couple of the projects we had down there at that time. Certainly appreciate all of Dave's efforts over the year and time, and I know the hours he's put in and dedication to the company. It's obviously served the company well and him well.
Yeah.
Obviously feel like I got some big shoes to fill, so looking forward to jumping in, seeing what impact I can make, and using what Dave's kind of pass on to me and use that as well. It's kind of weird to believe that he's not going to be here, but I'm happy for him, and obviously that's kind of the goal for everybody is to retire some days. That's exciting for him. I'm excited that he's able to do that, and he's doing it, and hope that it goes well for him. And I'm sure I'll be in touch because I'll have all the answers, but I'll be phoning a friend. I'm sure. I'm sure he won't be a stranger.
When I first started working at Quantum, Dave was extremely intimidating to me because I felt like he cares a lot about the company. He's always cared a lot about the company. He wants everything we produce and everything that goes out the back door, he wants to be perfect essentially, that's how it should be. It's always been really important to him to put the customer first. Sometimes that's gotten us into trouble, but overall, that's always been his mentality, is to make the customer happy. We want our customers to come back, etc. So he's put in a lot of time and hours. Dave is always one of those people who, he's here on Saturday. He was one of the first people to get here, last people to leave for many years. Always coming in on Saturdays and saying hi to the guys working out on the floor when they're on overtime. He always tried to make it clear, I think, that he appreciates everything that everybody who works here does, all the hours everyone puts in and the hard work. He's also one of those people who, he cares a lot about the employees. He, would do anything to help somebody out if they needed help. He's always giving people the benefit of the doubt, working with them. His knowledge, that's what we're gonna really miss, I think, is everything he knows. And I have a lot of memories of Dave both in the office and out of the office. One thing about Dave is he can be really professional. He's a different person almost here than he can be outside of the office. He knows how to have fun. It's been fun looking back at all the photos, and I wasn't at a lot of the parties, but I've seen the pictures, and it's like they had a lot of fun, back in the day. I'm like, the parties we have aren't quite the same, so it's a different time. So he went to University of Illinois, and I went to University of Illinois, so our families have gone to some football games and done some activities down there, and we've had some fun. Tailgating and just spending time as our families. Growing up, we did a lot of fun things together. My brothers were close with his sons. I'm very close with his wife now. She's one of my friends. She's my mom's best friend. So it's just like we've done Super Bowl parties and New Year's Eves and all kinds of fun things. I know that those things will still happen. That's not going away, but it's just different. I was also one of the people who played softball with Dave. I came at the end of the Quantum softball era, I guess. So I know that they had a softball team for many years. I remember as a child actually playing in the dirt next to the softball diamond when my parents and Dave and whoever were on the team. But I remember for many years actually when I first started working at Quantum playing softball with Dave and everybody. And as others have mentioned, he's quite competitive, so he likes to win.
It's good. Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun doing that. One of the things I like about Dave is no matter what crazy idea we came up with for an employee party or the Christmas party or whatever it might be, he's always been really supportive of that, and jumps right in, even if it's probably not something that a 40, 50, 60-year-old man really wants to do. But he's always been a huge rallier of getting everyone excited about things. Halloween is his favorite holiday, I think. He is notorious for showing up in a costume, and you wouldn't know, like you never know what he's going to show up as, but it's always different and it's always funny. So I'm going to miss him at the Halloween party. Maybe he'll just randomly show up next year, but he always had a great costume picked out, which I appreciated. Like I said, when I first started, I was in the office and I was quite intimidated because I didn't want to make a mistake or, you know, upset him, I guess. He's been a great mentor over the years too, showing, you know, me, Derek, Neva, whoever it might be, showing us the ropes, I guess, teaching us things. Especially like someone like me, I don't have a background in engineering. I've kind of learned everything about our products on my own through the other people that work here, but Dave's just been a great source of knowledge. Like I said, he's always put the customer first. He always looks out for our employees, and you know, whether it's professional or personal, he's always been really supportive of everybody that works here, which is appreciated.
Yes, definitely.
Good luck, Dave. Don't be a stranger. Come back. We'll miss you. And, you know, enjoy Nevada. It's going to be nice and warm there.
Yes.
Most of my memories come from actually outside of work, at work, but talking a lot about sports and U of I versus Michigan competition and stuff like that. A lot of basketball talk. I know we had a good time at the Lions-Bears game. I would say the whole thing was funny up to the point of other than the Lions losing. You know, me being a Lions fan and Dave and everybody else who went was Bears fans, but that was just a great time, and I had a good time to get to know Dave outside of work. Great discussions in the car ride. I sat up front with him, and just something I'll take away a lot of memories from that trip. I've enjoyed working with Dave and the great conversations we've had. Like I said, his calmness during some crisis has always impressed me. You know, things come up that seem like catastrophe, and he is calm and rolls with it and keeps everybody else around him pretty calm. If you're looking over at him and he's calm and knows we'll get through it, then it kind of
reassuring.
Eases you. Yeah.
What are you gonna miss about him being here every day?
The calmness and our discussions. You know, I hate to keep going back to sports, but that's really what we kind of have in common, and a lot of the basketball talk and stuff like that. I'm gonna miss just him walking by the office, saying hi, and I just miss his presence.
Definitely.
Sure. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Hey, best of luck, Dave. Enjoy retirement, and I'm sure we'll see you around.
Yeah.
Well, I think his costumes at Halloween were always interesting. I think it's kind of out of character for him, at least in my experience, you know, so that was always nice to see.
You could say he very professional during work.
Right.
He gets work done, and then when it's time to have fun, he can really have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I played with him on the softball team for a little while. I would try to come out because they always needed girls. I think all the people that played are too old now.
Yeah.
When my father passed away, he was nice enough to come to the like a memorial service that we had for him. The funeral was in Pennsylvania. It was on a Saturday morning, and he came out just to pay his respects. I mean, he didn't know my dad, but I thought that was nice. Well, definitely his attention to detail. You know, he's very on top of everything, and he takes a lot upon himself as well, which now I think you're going to find will probably have to be done by several people instead of just him. I mean, it's always been very clear how passionate he is about the company and about what he does and about putting out a quality product to our customers. Yeah, he knows all the areas very well. I'm surprised that he was retiring because we always thought, oh, Dave's never gonna give this up because he was so passionate about it. But good for him, and I hope he enjoys retirement. And we'll look forward to him to coming and visiting us once in a while.
Oh yeah, he won't be a stranger.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ever since I first started, I noticed right away how professional he is and how knowledgeable he is about the industry. Never a dull moment, never monotone, always managed to make the day-to-day exciting somehow. Though I have not worked here long enough to make a ton of memories, I still have a lot of respect for him, and watching how he runs the company, he's just someone I can look up to. Definitely the Halloween costumes. Like I think a lot of people have said, the Halloween costumes are the best, yeah. Some of the best I've seen by far, any company. I do want to just say thanks for the opportunity for working here throughout my school schedule and making a flexible part-time schedule work out well. And I wish Dave the best in retirement, and that it's a fun, exciting retirement. And yeah, I hope he enjoys the video.
I've learned a lot from Dave and would like to thank him. It's been a hell of a run, 30 years. Some good things and some bad things. I learned how to swear and curse and use words that I didn't know existed. I also learned that as you grow older in life, you calm down. But then as you calm down, the squirrel comes into play. I'd like to wish you the best in your retirement and know that you will be missed.
Got my first real six string, bought it at the 5 and dime. Played it till my fingers bled.